The Grand Rapids Griffins clinch a playoff spot, but fall to fourth in the Central Division.
Welcome to the Griffins Pipeline Podcast.
Welcome back to the Griffins Pipeline Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Connor, and I'm here with my brother, Kyle. We are brought to you by the Hockey Podcast Network, and we are sponsored by DraftKings.
Yeah, we are a show brought to you by the fans for the fans. We are not officially sponsored by the Grand Rapids Griffins. We are season ticket members, and we watch a lot of hockey games, both Red Wings and Griffins. And let me tell you what, it's been a little bit of a struggle lately, but they still got us hoping on, even the Red Wings, for a playoff chance.
Yeah, it's been a ride with the Red Wings. I mean, they call all the Griffins guys up, and the Griffins definitely had a little struggle there going, but we had a very nice victory last night.
Impressive victory. One you don't see often, 8-3.
Yeah, it's been a crazy one.
So we can cover some of this news. Sounds like Trey Augustine has committed to MSU for another season. So going forward, Kosa gets some time in Grand Rapids next year. It looks like we will get Geilander and Bednar if things move on.
Yeah, or there could be a other move somewhere else along the lines. What happens? Draft someone else. Never know.
Mrazek in the system still could end up down here. Alex Lyon in the system still. Who knows what happens? But seems like there's some questions to be answered in the goalie room right now.
Then other news: Axel Sandin Pelika and Michael Branson Nygaard have won their round of the playoffs, but they will be moving on to the next round. So if you're excited for them to make it to Detroit, might not be happening. But for Grand Rapids, it's going to be delayed.
Yeah, there's a chance we see him in the playoffs, just like we saw Nate Danielson come on late last year after his playoff run ended for the Portland Winterhawks. So now we got Dominic Shine and Austin Watson returning to Grand Rapids, which was a huge part of that victory, that 8-3 victory we were talking about. They immediately come back to Grand Rapids and make the impact.
Yeah, it's nice to have our guys back. It was really nice seeing Dominic Shine out there. He's like the heart and soul of our team down here. So it's really, really nice to have our fan favorite guy, assistant captain, down here.
Yeah, both assistant captains returning. So both of them get the A back. Tim Gettinger took it for a minute there and played like he was the assistant captain and got himself back on track. So that was really good to see, with a little bit of leadership thrown at him. So we can go ahead and get into the divisions, the standings, and stats.
The Grand Rapids Griffins have clinched a playoff spot. They've played 65 games. They have 33 wins, 26 losses, 4 overtime losses, 2 shootout losses, and 72 points. They're in third place, Central Division. First place, we have the Texas Stars, 83 points. Second place, we had the Milwaukee Admirals, 79 points. In third place, we have the Grand Rapids Griffins, 72 points. Fourth place, we have the Wolves, 70 points. All 4 of those teams are clinched. There's one more playoff spot remaining. After that, we have the Ice Hogs, 64 point, who will probably clinch that last spot, 5th place. And then Iowa Wild with 56 points, 6th place, and 7th place, Manitoba, 51.
Yeah, it's that time of the year where players are getting shifted around in all clubs. And yeah, Rockford Ice Hogs didn't look like they were at their number one game with their goaltending room down to slim pickings, to say the least. So going into the league standings now, we have the Laval Rocket on top of the league with 92 points. Number 2, we have Rochester Americans with 87 points. The Hershey Bears, longtime staple of this league, being on top, 87 points, tied with Rochester. Colorado Eagles, 86 points in 4th place, and then Texas Stars in 5th place with 83 points.
Yeah, it's a big fight this year.
There's definitely a huge logjam down the middle here again. Most teams hovering between 82 points and 79 points. So Griffins can definitely still get back up in there.
We are currently sitting at number 20.
Going into point leaders for Grand Rapids, Joe Schneively still leading the way here with 42 points. Dominic Shine comes back from Detroit, steps in immediately and gets himself a couple points. Now has 40. Austin Watson returns, scores a shorthanded goal upon his return. 39 points for him. Sheldon Dries, 35 points. And then Nate Danielson, the lone rookie in the top 5, also with 35 points.
And then for goals, you have Sheldon Dries with 21 goals, Joe Snively with 20 goals, Austin Watson with 17 goals, Amadeus Lombardi 16 goals, Dominic Shine with 12. Top 5 for goals. Yeah, the goalies are pretty much all the same.
Yeah, not a whole lot. We've only played so many games over the last week, so. Going into the league point leaders, we have Andrew Poltorowski with 73 points from San Jose Barracuda. He's been up there all year. Number 2, we got Matic Blumel, who has been rapidly rising here in the second half of the season with 66 points. Then we have Seth Griffith, right wing from Bakersfield Condors. We have 64 points. And then Matthew Pekka, center for Springfield, with 62 points, tied with Chris Terry in 5th place for the Bridgeport Islanders, former Griffin, 62 points. So league goal leaders, Matic Blumel has risen to the top at the end of the season here with 38 goals. I only see that continuing. I'm sure he will break 40. Alex Steves with 34 goals, key scoring piece for the Toronto Marlies. John Leonard for the Charlotte Checkers has been up and down between the Florida Panthers and the Checkers all year. 32 goals. Rory Currens for the Calgary Wranglers, leading the Calgary Wranglers with 31 goals. And then Andrew Poltorowski in 5th place with 30 goals.
So let's get into our next segment, hot and cold. So in this segment, we like to pick a one player who's hot, fiery hot. We like to pick a player who is icy cold. And then we like to randomly generate a number, match it with a player's jersey number, then we'll rate that player. So who are we throwing on cold?
We want to do cold today. We are going to put on Alex Doucette. So with a lot of these players that have gone up to Detroit and the ice time that has opened up for Doucette to kind of take over, become a point producer, we just haven't seen it. He's been on the top lines. He's been on the power plays, and he's got 3 assists in the month of March. And we just like a little bit more than that.
And he's a -3 also. Played 59 games. He's got 7 goals, 13 assists, got 20 points. He's a -1. So overall, he's been pretty good, the plus minus, but obviously March has affected that with that. But you also got he came in here this year and he really started to shine. He was hot previously. We rated him on hot in our podcast. Then at that time, he kind of was put on top line minutes and stuff. And I don't think he could handle it, once Mazer went and all these were gone. I think he's been struggling to step up that caliber position.
Yeah, because when you're on the top lines, you're playing the opponent's top lines. So you get a higher level of competition when you're in that atmosphere. And yeah, the ice time, just working them. The kid's capable of it. He put up great numbers in the junior leagues and all that. But yeah, this is a challenging AHL league. And I was really hoping that Doucette would crack 10 goals. I thought he was going to do it way earlier. If you would have told me that he gets 10 goals at the end of the season, I think I'd be underwhelmed. But I think that's what he's going to end up with, about 10 goals.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that he can, obviously when you get thrown into situations where you're challenged, it makes you get better. So I'm hoping he can adjust and he can fight adversity and come out on top of it.
Yeah, for sure. Like we always say, we put him on cold. The point is to get hot again. So Speaking of hot, we can transition over into Amadeus Lombardi.
So we literally just had Amadeus Lombardi on hot, and then we almost seemed like he cooled down there for 2 seconds. Bam, he's on fire again. He's got 10 points in his last 10 games, 4 goals and 1 assist in his last 5. He's been lighting up the net.
He's looked really good doing it too. He is absolutely a threat in the offensive zone for the other team, and yeah, multi-point nights for him are becoming more of a regularity. So, yeah, 8 multi-point nights for Lombardi at this point in the season. So, keep it up.
Yeah, he's like definitely the fastest guy out there, and I think he's our best guy out there.
Most nights, I would say he is the biggest offensive threat we have on the ice. Him, Joe Schneively, and yeah, with the addition of just having Sheldon Dries and Dominic Shine back, and these guys that were such a huge part of this strong start of the season that we had. Now that they're all coming back and reuniting, things are starting to look a lot better. So Lombardi is benefiting from all of that. So now going into a random player.
So we have 81.
81. We got Ryklowski is 81. We haven't seen Ryklowski in a minute. I think he's been delegated with the new players coming in to being scratched most nights. We haven't seen.
Could be injured also.
He could be injured. There should be something outside of hockey that's not allowing him to be on the ice. But yeah, it's coming in as a top leader in the Czech league, or top scorer in the Czech league. Coming over, we had a little bit high hopes for him too. I mean, the dude did put up 6 points in 8 games in November for the Griffins. I thought he was looking pretty good then, but we really haven't seen him in the month of March at all. And I think we haven't seen him score since mid-February.
Yeah, so if you are injured, best of luck.
But yeah, he was a guy that was, high interest player coming into the season. And just kind of like what I said about Doucette, if you would have told me that he had under 10 goals at the end of the season, I would be a little disappointed as well. Going on here from hot, cold, and random, we'll wrap this up and get into our DraftKings ads.
This NHL season has been predictable as a puck rolling on its edge. No one knows where it's going. That just means there's time for your favorite team to figure things out, and games left for you to get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, select your team, and place your first bet. And if you are new to DraftKings, listen up. New customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sports app now and use code THPN. That's code THPN for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPENY or text HOPENY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-78-97777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino Resort and Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. NHL and the NHL Shield are registered trademarks of the National Hockey League. NHL and NHL team marks are the property of the NHL and its teams. Copyright NHL 2025. All rights reserved.
Welcome back to the Griffins Pipeline Podcast. We are getting into our next segment. It is called Griffins Earning Their Wings. In this segment, we talk about former Griffins who have made their way into the winged wheel, or Griffins who are currently Griffins trying to earn their wings, or Griffins on the verge of.
Yeah, we just like to talk about anybody we can here that's in the spotlight, really, in the big club. So today it's going to be Marco Kasper, and we're going to talk about Elmer Soderblom. So these two have stepped up big time for the Detroit Red Wings this year.
So Elmer Soderblom is just coming back from an injury, and watching that Detroit-Carolina game, I've noticed that he is very crucial for this team. He's definitely earned his spot up here on the Detroit Red Wings. He's just a solid force. No one has that size or anything.
Yeah, I hear you. And he's got 4 goals, 7 assists, and 11 points here. Really, just his time in the Red Wings have been great. I mean, he looks better than he does down here in the Griffins, which is really hard for players to do. And Soderblom was all over for the Griffins. He, you could call him Elmer's glue. He held the whole thing together. And now I think we're kind of starting to see the Red Wings get that same we could build around this guy mentality.
And being a 6th-round draft pick, that's a very good pickup and good diamond in the rough kind of deal. Like, he's definitely came to be a very solid player. And he spent his last 2.5 years on the Grand Rapids Griffins. Great. He had times where he had scoring struggles, but I think he's earned his wings fully, and I think he should stay up on the Red Wings. I mean, if the Red Wings don't make the playoffs, he can be sent down to the Griffins, but I don't necessarily know if the Red Wings would do that. He's a valuable piece now. They might be like, "Oh, you've earned your spot up here." At the same time, that's valuable experience. I say send him back down.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on who we got coming over, too. If we have these hot prospects with ASP and MBN, it's going to be possible that they don't want these guys that are tried and true already. They're going to want to see what they have in the future moving forward. So, yeah, Marco Kasper in 70 games here with 16 goals, 15 assists for 31 points. He has looked like an absolute beast for the Red Wings, and he belongs on the top pairing or the second line center. Some people are even questioning if he should be top center over Larkin now.
I think he has very good potential to be a star player like Dylan Larkin. And you got dudes like Nate Danielson coming in too, like similar mold of a player, but very different. Other solid center. So those 3 center spots can be filled, and then someone can bounce out onto. And it's looking good.
Yeah, and just like he did last year, he's really kind of stepping it up in the second half of the season, closing to the end. He's a reliable player every night. And yeah, with Marco Kasper, you just know what you're getting out of him. And Nate Danielson's starting to show a little bit of that too, coming on in the second half of the season. So that should wrap us up for this segment. We will move into the penalty box after quick ads for those listening on audio.
This segment is the penalty box. We like to end the episode on a fun note and step out of hockey or stay in hockey. We like to put the biggest idiot into the penalty box for a 2-minute minor, 4-minute double minor, 5-minute major, or game misconduct. Kyle, who are you throwing into the penalty box?
Today it's going to be a 2-minute minor for Nintendo. Their games are getting rather expensive. $80 price tag for the new Mario Kart game. A little bit insane. Now, Mario Kart 8, it was just the other day that game was out, and now they want $80 for the new one, and I'm guessing they'll release another one in a year or two. So it's like the games get more expensive, but they just keep making them. So you have to buy more of them. So 2-minute minor for Nintendo for having high-priced games. I'm sure that Xbox and PlayStation will follow.
Yeah. Games are just getting too expensive to play, and then after you buy the $80 game, then it's like, oh, if you want to have this, you have to put your credit card in here and buy this, have the full expansion. So yeah, makes games almost too expensive to play.
Yeah, too expensive, and I don't really have the time to put into games like you used to when you were a kid. But I just feel for the kids and the parents that want to provide that for their kids, some entertainment, and it's just expensive.
Yeah, so have fun in the box. Who I'm throwing into the penalty box. So a bunch of Lions are changing their numbers. You got Jamar Gibbs, Jamison Williams, Terry Arnold, Hanas Rakestraw Jr., and Tim Patrick all changing their numbers. And that's kind of disappointing when you just spent a whole bunch of money on your number 26 Jamar Gibbs jersey. Now he's 0. And then you got Terry Arnold, who was number 0, who's now 6. Just gets confusing, man.
Yep, when you buy a jersey, it's like buying a moment in time. Why I'm pretty select about the jerseys I buy nowadays.
Yeah, so I'm going to throw them for 2-minute minors. Have fun in the box.
So that should wrap us up for the penalty box. Next week coming up, what do we got for promotions? Anything? Fan appreciation night's coming up to the end of the season here.
Yep, we got fan appreciation night, $2 beer, $2 dogs. I believe, I don't know if they're doing it this year, but they usually do like a mystery box giveaway for the last game.
Yeah, so make sure you all make it down to any of the remaining games as they are getting slim to none. So playoffs will be coming up. Keep your eyes out for ticket releases on that. And yeah, stay tuned.
The next home games, the Grand Rapids Griffins play the Grand Rapids Griffins play the Texas Stars, $2 beer, $2 dog night, and then fan appreciation Saturday. That will be weekend of the 11th and 12th. So get out there and enjoy the last 2 regular season games. The Van Andel, get ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Keep following the Griffins Pipeline podcast and go Griffins.
Go Griffins.
Thank you for listening to the Griffins Pipeline podcast. If you enjoyed the show, give us a 5-star review. We are part of the Hockey Podcast Network. We are not partnered with the Grand Rapids Griffins, Detroit Red Wings, or Toledo Walleye. We are not experts. We are just die-hard fans looking to make a community with others alike. Let's go Griffins Nation. Join the fun, like, and follow us on Facebook and X, or call into the show and have your opinion heard 1-616-319-1175. Thank you. Grand Rapids Griffins, Toledo Walleye, and Detroit Red Wings. Players, coaches, websites, and social media. Thank you AHL.com, NHL.com, ETL.com, EliteProspects.com, and anyone else putting out information on the teams. Until next time, go Griffins. Go Red Wings, go Walleye.